Paul Walker returns in Fast X? What if I tell you your favorite Brian O'Connor may come back in the sequel of Fast X? Are you excited? So are we. Let's waste no time and understand what director Louis Leterrier said about Paul Walker's return in Fast X. Here we begin. Paul started his career as a child actor in the 80s. He rose to fame in the 90s after featuring in a soap opera, The Young and Restless. You know you are a true fan when you know him from that era. He was praised for performing and being featured in several teen dramas and soap operas. Little did people know this guy would one day be the fans' hot favorite Brian O'Connor. Though Paul was famous at home, he gained massive global fame because of his role in the Fast and Furious franchise. Year 2001 was special to Paul because he starred opposite Vin Diesel in the action film Fast and Furious, which was later announced as a franchise. The movie was a commercial success and made box office records. Paul Walker shared the MTV Movie Award for Best On-Screen Team with Vin Diesel. His career apart from the franchise was successful too, but nothing brought him as much fame as Fast and Furious did. The film made him a leading man because of honors and awards, and not to forget his talent. He later starred in the sequel of Fast and Furious, which was also successful, and by this time his role had made a mark in Hollywood. Can you guess how many years he has played Brian O'Connor now? If your answer is 7, yes, you are right. There was some resistance from his side, but later he might have seen the audience love for that role. Whatever the reason might be, he agreed to star in Fast and Furious 2009 and the film was a huge commercial success. So much so that this is one of the highest grossing films of the franchise. Paul Walker was even nominated for the Choice Movie, Teen Choice, and many more. He returned to modeling in the year 2011. But unfortunately, he died in a tragic car accident in the year 2013. And since the 7th film of the franchise, he didn't appear anywhere in the movie. So now, the hot topic in Hollywood is the return of Brian O'Connor. What did the director say? The director of Fast X, Louis Leterrier, addressed and said how Paul Walker's Brian O'Connor features in the upcoming sequel. The release of the franchise's next installment is just 3 months away, and the director's shocking reveal has left the fans speechless. Of course, fans were excited to see Brian O'Connor in the few-second trailer, but it doesn't end here. According to the director, Paul doesn't appear in any scene set in the present day of the franchise. Well, Brian is very much alive in the world of Fast and Furious, and they have teased him a lot in the previous movies. At 9, we see the car coming. It's something that is planned. This movie jumps back and forth between the past and the present. You will see Brian in the past, but you won't see Brian in the present. It's something that everybody has to be on board with. The Walker family is still very much a part of this franchise. You'll see how in this movie. It just has to be the right moment, the right tone. I think what James Wan did at the end of 7 was perfect. The tone was perfect. Brian has to re-enter the franchise as perfectly as he left it. The movie has higher expectations since the fandom is growing day by day, and the penultimate installment better not crush those expectations. The 7th film served as a tribute to the legend, and there was a scene where he drove his car to the sunset. Brian was made using CGI. There's a possibility that the actor might have been created using CGI, not to mention he played a crucial role in the success of the movie. Whatever it might be, the bottom line is he is the biggest part of the movie's story and one of the crucial character arcs. And it's necessary because fans and actors, franchise and directors needed closure. The bigger question is, what kind of prominent role will he be playing? Paul died when he was halfway done through the shooting of Fast and Furious 7. As a result, the remaining scenes were made using the body double and CGI. The same will be done here, and the director is responsible for taking the utmost care of it. Most of the Fast and Furious movies are about family, and most of what Dom does is to protect his family. He is always with his brothers, sister, and relatives. Brian was an important piece of this family, and the character deserves a better farewell. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Also make sure to like and subscribe to never miss an update.